Hey there friends, Martin here, and here we are in the last part of this introductory series to my favorite environment add-on for Blender, which is of course Geo-Scatter. We went through some basic scattering in the first part, then some advanced features in the second one, and in this third video I want to introduce to you some tools that may be a little hidden when you first start playing with the add-on, but they are really powerful. So let's get to it. In this video I'll be using the wonderful PolyNature Pack by Polyperfect Studio, and I've been enjoying this quite a lot lately for stylized environments of all sorts, so definitely give it a try. So far, we went through mostly the automated ways to scatter your assets on your terrain. However, there are also other lesser known ways, and one of them is this quick scatter. From these options, let's first choose this modal scatter. And here you can see everything is very intuitive. You can see a menu here with important shortcuts, and very quickly with the selected assets you can achieve quick scattering depending on your needs. I love this tool. However, if you need a more precise placement, the manual scatter is here for you. Again, you just select your chosen assets, and then in the manual mode you simply paint where you want them to be. If you want to increase the radius between the assets, just hit F and make it larger. And then even select more assets at the same time and start painting with these. I actually didn't know that this option existed in Geo-Scatter before I started working on this tutorial. But it makes sense, and it's great help if you really want to place your assets precisely. Now, in previous versions of Scatter, it used to be that you could scatter and edit only at one surface at a time. However, now when you scatter a new asset system onto your surface, you have this option to choose from multi-object in the surfaces menu here. It will allow you to create a new group of your scatter surfaces. And if you then put multiple surfaces into this group, the add-on will take care of scattering all of the assets that you've added onto all of the surfaces that are in this group. This is a wonderful feature for large-scale terrains with multiple meshes you want to scatter on. And if you want to know more about this, I definitely recommend this tutorial on Geo-Scatter channel. It goes much more in depth. We talked about these groups that are in the systems list here in the previous parts of this tutorial. However, there are more options in this menu here that you can do. Apart, of course, from grouping selected assets under a certain group, you can also do these overrides to the whole group. For example, if you want to increase the scale of all of the assets in the group, you can just activate it here and choose any number. You can assign culling masks to the whole group. For example, we haven't used this Bezier curve area, so let's try it. I have a simple rectangular Bezier curve here, and it basically defines the area where the assets should not be scattered. Very useful for paths and such. Of course, you can also invert its effect to have an enclosed area of scattering. You can change the seed of individual assets or the whole group, which sometimes comes very handy if you want to vary the look of these groups. And all sorts of other group options that you can find in these menus down here. You just need to have this group selected to access these group options. Over here you can see that all these assets have their colors, and you can, by the way, change them at any time. So if you want to assign these colors in the viewport for better readability, you can just click on this option here. Last but not least, I love how easy it is to create your own biomes. Let's say I've created this group with several scattered assets, and I quite like the combination. So I naturally want to create a new preset biome to be able to use on my future projects. Well, for that, let's go to the preferences here and enter the manager of Geo-Scatter. And apart from all your scat packs and the presets within, you can also create this new biome by yourself. For that, just make sure that you have all of your scattered assets selected like this, and then just go to File and create new biome. You can name it any way you want, and when you're done with that, just click Next Step, In here you have some options on what to do with the assets and how to save them on your disk. But let's just choose the default settings and here as well. Then click done and OK. And just like that, when you go to this My Biomes folder here, you have the newly created biome available for you. And a very nice feature, if you want Geo-Scatter to automatically generate thumbnail for you, just click this option and that's it. This biome is now available, and every time you want to scatter something like this on a new surface, you just choose it from the menu here. Very efficient. Even after I've made this introductory series to the add-on, I realized that there is still a lot of things that I haven't explained. Fortunately for that, there is the amazing documentation website, where you can find answers to basically anything regarding the tool, even with some example blend files. So do go there for detailed explanations of every single menu, and yeah, get yourself Geo-Scatter, people, because I hope that after this 3-part series, it's clear that it's really worth it. So until next time, stay creative, my friends. Martin out.